So today we are tying a Pike Streamer with some Bigfly Fibers, some flashabou in gold and green, and a little bit of Nayat and craft fur, and that's kind of it. So we just get some thread on the hook. It's a Veevus. I think this is even 240. Usually I'm using 140. Bit of super glue. And then we take the Bigfly Fiber. We take the whole Bigfly Fiber with the curly part here, because this gives us volume on the fly. Though the fly is really long now, we shorten the fibers a little bit at the bottom, and therefore we just temper it slowly, because we don't want to have any stupid edges in there later on. Then it looks like that. So it's a bit shorter now. Place it here, tie it in. And we take some green magnum flashabou, green or charteuse. Tied in onto the same length. Brush it a bit into the Bigfly Fiber so it's spread over, and tie it down. And we take a tiny bit more of the Bigfly Fiber, not much, just to enlarge the body of the fly a bit. We shorten it again. Just tie it in here later. Just put that around first. Tie it down. And then tie a second bunch of Bigfly Fiber on top of it. Get rid of this bit here again. Tie it down and secure it with a little bit of super glue. So now we're taking some magnum flash gold. Just take half the length of it, 2 bunches, and we split them in 2. And this one here we split in 2 again, so we have like 5 strings on each side, and we tie it in 70-30, something like that. I'll first remove up the thread a bit again. So tie it in 70-30. The same on the back. take the second bunch we just used before and just tie it on top, 50-50. Now we just spread this one around. Wonder where my pen tool is gone. No pen tool here. Never mind. Just flip that over. Tie it down. A little bit of super glue to secure it. I'm using this Gap super glue. Then I prepared a brush of flashabou gold. We just tie that in. Be careful with the edge of the wire. I made my brush out of wire, it's just more stable and doesn't cut apart by pike cheese immediately. So we just moisture our fingers a bit and brush this here back. Now we just give it a few reps. A bit more moisture. Just strike them gently back so they all lie in the position as you want them on the fly. And the wire is also giving a little bit of weight to the head of the fly, which will give it a little bit like a jigging effect in the water, which is quite nice. So until here, I'll cut it off. I'll tie it off first and then cut it. Tie it a bit back. Brush it out a bit. Take a little bit of bucktail, maybe. It's just these charteuse UV2 Bucktail. I'll just take a little bit from the lower part of the bucktails, which are the fibers which contain a lot of air, and we tie it in reverse, just right at the edge of the flash brush. We just tie it in, put it around the hook, and then pull it and it will rise up. really good, because these hairs of the bucktail at the end, they contain a lot of air, and if you squeeze them with the tying thread, they do exactly that. Just tie it down. So usually I use my pen tool here, just use a pen, but I just can't see it right now. So I'll just do it by hand. And just get the thread up the front, and then just do some supporting wraps in front of the bucktail. We don't want to tie on top of it, just in front of it. And this will give us a nice shape of the head. And now we just take a little bit of this greenish, must be some blue charteuse Nayat. And then I prepared some craft fern black, which will form the head where we place the eyes on. So just take a little bit, because there's not much space on the hook left. The hook we are actually using is a Bigmouth 6L. Just brush the Nayat out. Cut it. Remove the fibers from underneath. And this we tie in reverse as well. We just temper it a bit here. And just tie it on straight in front of the bucktail. Brush it a bit so the fibers spread a little bit, and then we fold it back. And just tie on top of it. Now we just prepare a little dabbing loop. So, sorry, my battery just died, so we're preparing a dubbing loop. Okay, now it's in. So, get some wax onto the thread, just makes it easier. And get our craft fern. Just cut it close to the thread. Now spin the dubbing tool and spin it more. Then just let it go a bit. Take a brush. Get some of the fibers out again. Take this brush here, looks better. This here is actually a brush out of the pet shop for cats and dogs. It's a really good dubbing brush. brush it a bit till we get all the fibers out again. Check at the end with the fibers here, if they are tight, then everything is fine. And moisture our fingers just a bit again to get the fibers on one side. And then we gently rub the brush or dubbing loop with the craft fur around the hook. So get this out of the way so it's not spinning. Catch the thread and tie it down again. Brush that out again. With our new fancy brush. And then gently strike it back and do a strong turn again. And what we do now is we get a pen. And that's why I always use a white thread. You can just paint it. In this case we'll paint it black. Just a few reps. Let's say like that. I take a bit of the super glue. Apply it to the thread, just a decent amount, and then go around the hook again, and it's finished. And we just do one whip finish, like that, and then the fly style. So cut the thread now here. Comb it a bit. Now we just have to give her eyes. And I've these 10mm 3D eyes from Bigstreamers. That's the one we take. And there's a super good glue to glue eyes if you don't want to use epoxy or just make a lot of mess. And this is these Gap and Zap. And this we just use now, and it's super fast, hard. And if you do eyes with this, they will stay on the fly till forever. Just form the head as we want it to be. Just take a drop of the glue. Not much, just a tiny bit. Don't know if you can see that on the camera. And then we just press the eye where we want it to be, lift the fibers a bit. And we do this on the other side as well. and this glue is just getting super tight and strong. It's already getting hard, so you don't need a hair clamp or anything to really get the eyes fixed. Just be careful that your finger doesn't stick on it. And yeah, then another few minutes, maybe 2, and then the eyes are super tight on the fly. So yeah, this is our Bigfly Fiber Flash Craft Fur Bucktail Nayat fly. Well, we'll probably still catch a lot of pikes. Just try that out tomorrow. Maybe I'll have some results.